It's your boy Czar, All Rights Reserved. If you have not taken the time yet, check out the channel dealing with my new movement. It's Czar, CZARR Nation at the moment, and that is currently another channel where news and politics will be updated as usual as I work on this channel. I learned a lot about how YouTube works, so I'm able to tag it as such and do what I got to do with that. And we can have discussions on there about the different political topics and conversations. You'll see me going live over there more so than I am over here. I will continue to upload over here and everything though, so don't worry about that part. Now, I wanted to say, I actually took the time and listened to all of DJ Akademiks' receipts dealing with King Vaughan. And that will clearly lead me into the interview with Domislive. So I'm doing them both. I'm not going to mash them up to lengthen things. I'm just going to go into it. And I'm going to break down my points. With the King Vaughan thing, Akademiks then had his manager on the channel, okay? And his manager was speaking about the situation. Now, I do not know if he's talking to authority. I don't know. But more than likely, he has not. Akademiks is not authority. But do you get how they don't need to talk to the person? They'll spill their guts to Akademiks. They don't need, and they say, I'm not snitching, I'm just on Akademiks. Yo, you did what they wanted you to do. Like, when do these guys learn, man? They say no snitching. They say we don't snitch, we don't tell. Then they tell it all to a media personality with no authority that's just going to show the world what you thought or said anyway. Your story. Let me say this. I agree with Battle Truth, what he said. Your story not only gets the person who shot him off, but you give... It makes you look bad. Honestly, after you said what you said, now I'm looking to charge you, to charge every other guy around you that's not dead. Because you all knew of what was about to go down and didn't call us. Premeditated. So everything that happened was premeditated. That side y'all that they went for, they didn't do nothing premeditated. There's nothing, they were there. They weren't plotting on y'all, they weren't going for y'all. Y'all didn't see their lookout who rolled up after he saw y'all approaching. So they were playing defense. This is bad, man. This is bad. Any judge, any jury, any way a litigator prosecutes or defends, you just screwed it all up. You just gave a clear set scene. You see, let me ask you guys, what is guilty? What is innocence? You have to prove innocence. Guilt is given if innocence cannot be proven. There's no amount of innocence proven in this situation. Specifically because these guys had weapons. But it's even more guilty on your side because y'all were plotting now. He basically admitted they were plotting. Judges and juries eat that up. They eat that up. If he gets the right lawyer, he will rock the case. Because you just added speculation to the fact that y'all were plotting. They didn't know y'all were there. They were unsuspecting. We went to attack. Somebody that was on their crew around caught us. That's when it began. Yo, I'm done with these dudes on media. You guys in media is the worst thing. The younger generation, they do not know how to use media. If you're out there, like you claim you're out there, there's no way you should be doing that. Why? Why? Yo, when you did that, me and my people sat there like, yo, he just ruined his Bulls' chances to get justice. You ruined it. And it seems like after they do an interview with Akademiks, still in his interview, you were like, Satan King, whatever, dog, Demon King. Oh, it's the Demon King Vaughan. What does that mean? What is that about? God, I'm being real, yo. And I'm saying this from being from the same ideology and background that he hails from. I'm telling you right now, if this man gives you a moniker like that, you can bet it is no different than cursing you. It is no different than putting a curse on you. Guys, when he does that in interviews, it is cursing you. You don't realize that yet? Man, I talked about this many times before. That is you putting a curse on them, whether you realize it or not. From me knowing what it is you're saying, them living the lifestyle they're living, it is literally putting a curse on them. Because what it's saying is this person is different than all of you doing this. How many gangs, how many shootings are in Chicago? Now that's the target for the person, for the people that want to come up. You literally make a clear, concise target for people trying to come up. That is the worst thing that you do. The worst. I don't care about views. I don't care about money. You are the worst type of YouTuber that has ever touched down on a platform to do this. You're the worst type. I don't care about the money. Again, views, whatever, you can talk all that. You're the worst person. You're a bad person. I'll do it that way. So before you guys don't jump up on an academics interview, look at what type of person he is. He interviews these guys. He poses questions to throw them off, to admit things, and then he discards them. Posts the interview, blows it up, and these guys are dead. They're gone because their rival saw the interview and they were boasting. And they're like, oh, this person's bragging. Like, we aren't shooters. Yo, when will the public media, you know what? They don't care. They don't care. Because why? They don't care about you in Chicago. They don't care about you. Neither does he. Academics don't care about y'all. Or else he would not have did that. Yo, you did. You're telling me after you finished that interview, you didn't realize that, yo, this is an active case. This is going to get his people off. You're that desensitized by America that you don't realize what you just did, that you just got his killer off. Like, and let's say he gets convicted. You also convicted his friends. How? You let this guy tell the story on what they were doing. They were plotting, premeditated. Everything premeditated. This is crazy. And wait, hold on. You wait. You guys don't think feds watch academics? Guy, I can tell you right now, 90% of feds are watching this guy because he brings up the interviews and information that I don't have to hunt for. I'm telling you. He's yo, I don't know. Say he says he's not feds or nothing. Okay, you're not. Okay, I agree. You're not. Let's say you're not. You're not. But you are doing the best job that they have seen in the last decade. Facts. You are getting criminals comfortable on your station to admit to stuff. Let's do you one better. AR Ab. It was a certain interview he had and he got locked up. Remember that? DJ Vlad had an interview. Remember that? You cannot go relook at DJ Vlad's interview on that. You cannot tell me academics ain't doing the same thing. You cannot tell me that. Come on. You can't tell me that. He's doing the same exact thing, if not better. I'll give him those props. You're better than Vlad. You're better than Vlad at this. These guys jump up and they'll tell you they killed someone 2 days ago. Oh, I just killed someone and got on live. They'll tell him all that. Like, it's crazy. Like, dog, this is no legit. This is insane. I just can't believe how dumb they are. Like, I don't get it. When did it become cool to commit a crime, jump on media and brag about it or talk about what you're about to do? You understand a case is ongoing, right? He did get that. You're not so savage you don't understand those simple things because there's no way you could maneuver where you're at if you didn't. You would not be able to maneuver where you're at if you didn't get that. That's crazy. I never, yo, yo, that's crazy, man. You did a better job than his enemies could have ever did. Like, that's insane, yo. He's about, his dude's about to walk free. Because it showed who the aggressor was. It showed who the aggressor was. That's insane. Yo, that's crazy, man. And y'all keep jumping on Akademiks platform to do it. If you were on different platforms, I'd be like, okay. I'm like, all right, they're just talking. But it's his specific platform. They get up and do this. That's why I'm said if he says he's not with law enforcement, okay. But he specifically is getting y'all to say things y'all should never be saying. Not publicly. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yo. No one can make this up. This is insane. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, with the Dom and Cleo thing, let me just put it this way, yo. Cleo, you're telling me your schedule is free enough for you to deal with that situation with music. There with Trunks, nodding, even though I don't know what you were nodding about, what he was nodding for. But you can't take the time to find out if those young men really were responsible for what happened to X. You're telling me you have time. You're busy. You're busy. I get it. You have time to worry about music, pushing his legacy, pushing it. But you can't take the time to really find out if these suspects did what they said they did. They're fighting hard, Cleo. Just so you know, they're fighting hard to get out of this. They're really fighting, really fighting. Can you really? You can't find out if someone set him up? Really? That's the oddest thing I find right now. I understand as a mother, let me push his legacy. Let me do this. Let me do that. But to not have justice for him done yet, and you're focused on a legacy, you're really focusing very hard. And that is the very unsuspecting, scary part to me. Why focus so hard? Why focus so hard on that? You can't take the time to make sure he gets justice before you focus. Really? I'm just kind of confused at that. You have time to go on Dom's platform. And this is real fact. Real fact. Fact I spit here. She had time to show up on Dom's platform to answer questions. All the questions were about music. How? And you can't make, come on. You can't make me believe you didn't filter out who asked the questions. Come on. Really? Dom didn't filter them? I know Dom. Dom didn't filter them. He didn't filter who's going to speak. Really? Really? Dom, even you know. Come on. They were definitely filtered. And you would say it's out of respect to the mother, so no one disrespects her. I get that. But how about questions about the case? Because she has a legal proceeding coming up. Probably didn't want to do that. But there's some questions you still didn't ask. And here's my thing. I'm gonna tell you right now. The questions I have to ask is nothing like when we spoke, man. It's nothing like when we spoke. Because I actually did research. And one thing I come to know is a lot of people that have a certain name that is in stardom, they act out the lifestyle of the people in stardom that they're named after. What does that mean? Cleo, short for Cleopatra. Now, me just saying that, if you had the mindset to name yourself after that and ride with that name in public, you could have had any public name, but as a public figure, that's the name you're sporting. You know, I looked at her life story, right? And you know, I see a lot of similarities in this specific situation, right? I see a lot of similarities. A lot. I'm just trying to figure out Why your focus is so on the music that you didn't make, he made, that's going to get split up amongst a lot of people. He had producers, and you're not as focused on the suspects possibly getting off if they're so guilty. Why? Why? I'm so confused. No, I'm actually not. I'm confused at your behavior. Let me reword that. I'm confused at your behavior because I'm just saying your behavior is no different than a lot of other stories I did that we found out some crazy stuff. Facts. You can check the timeline. It's there for you to see. Funny style. Funny style. And then when I completed my 2 hours of studying Cleopatra's life, and I'm looking at a lot of stuff you're doing, what's going on around you, I started getting even more red flags. Even more red flags. Can someone tell me why that is? Maybe Dom could tell me why. Since he can talk about the music, talk about what they're releasing on the suspects, but not talk in detail why the suspects are fighting so hard. Why are they fighting so hard? Why are all these people backing them? Why did the judge fund it? What really happened? Really? 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 And if the audience actually does research and looks at Cleopatra's life, what I'm presenting, it's going to make way more sense. And a lot of things going forward, it's going to make even more sense. All rights reserved.